just as we get set up. Coach, first meeting of conference play, 3-1 loss. What was your assessment? Something seemed to maybe be a little bit different after that first set. George Mason got into a nice rhythm, it seemed.
Yeah, I think part of it was our service pressure. We started off the second set okay, and then really backed off. Really wanted to try to keep more balls in and actually put pressure on them. I think they handled it great. They fought for a lot of points, Mason did. But I think it was our service pressure that really allowed their offense to come back into the game.
So what about that first set in addition to service pressure that did you really like about the effort in that first set?
I don't have stats. I think we hit like
750.
Yeah.
That'll help,
okay,
right?
Right. I was
no
gonna say
errors.
we hit 800. We sighted out at 80%. Like it was. I mean, that's about as good as volleyball as you can get.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's February,
Yeah.
right? You've got a lot of time before April, 2 months. You're going to see Mason again, might even see them again in April. What can you learn from a match like tonight as you prepare for what, of course, is coming and more of these league matches?
Yeah, I mean, I think every match is going to be tight and it's going to be competitive, and I think we learned that we have the ability to put together sets like we did in the first set and moments in other sets, but we have to learn how to maintain that throughout a match.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time here, spending some time with us after the first game of the season in terms of the conference, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks.
Danny Goncalves here with us following this one as we take a look at some of the final numbers. Over here with you, George Mason and NJIT. It is a 4-set final. NJIT 25-13 in the first, and then 28-25 in the second, 25-20 in the third, and 25-21 in the fourth. You see some of the leaders there. It was Heath who had 10 kills at 562, and Coach was talking about that stat sheet, 750 for NJIT in the first set, but end the night at 327. George Mason hits 200 in the first set and then progressively up, 343, 611. That fourth set was pretty even. A couple of errors, some tired legs, 207 compared with 138. George Mason had the edge there. Negri led the way for NJIT, 15 kills in the contest, and take a look at the percentage for Alessandro, 344, and that is a look at the summary. So NJIT will not have action tomorrow. Back in action, as we mentioned earlier, against Penn State. That's coming up next Friday and Saturday, each on the road in University Park, Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, George Mason is in action coming up tomorrow against FDU in Newark, or excuse me, in Hackensack. We're in Newark here tonight, of course. That's what's coming up next for NJIT. You see it there in University Park. And we thank you so very much for joining us here tonight. That'll do it for our coverage from the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Event Center. Once again, George Mason wins this one 3-1. 25-21 is the marker in the final set of competition. For our entire crew, I'm Drew Casey saying so long from Newark, New Jersey. George Mason 3 sets, NJIT 1. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. We'll see you next time.